Are you a man who feels like you're losing your edge? Are you getting all you can from your workouts? Are you satisfied with your romantic life?
Since 1950, the testosterone level in men have been dropping up to 1% a year.
In some context, the average 30-year-old guy today would have the same testosterone levels as a guy who was 60 years old in 1950. The massive influence of estradiol from the birth control pill, which leaks into the water table and does not get filtered out through municipal water supplies.
Tap water contains things like endocrine disruptors, hormone disruptors that can negatively impact reproductive health in males.
So what's causing such a rapid decrease in testosterone?
Soy. Does it feminize you? Does it give you man boobs? Does it lower testosterone?
And the advent of BPAs and plastics, drinking and eating and touching a lot of these materials which leach through our skin, get into our bodies and act as estrogen mimicking compounds.
There's even like residual estrogen in our tap water because of birth control.
Researchers have found that male sperm count has plummeted by 50% since the 1970s. But why?
The amount of testosterone in your body may be equivalent to a pinch of sugar in an Olympic swimming pool, and yet it has these profound effects.
However, the fact remains that men are becoming less of, well, men, not only in their behavior and in their dress, but also in their biological makeup. Men now are weaker, slower, and less intelligent. We are, simply put, not the men our fathers are.
Fertility has dropped worldwide at the same rate as sperm count has declined.
How panicked should I be about this?
Are your erections rigid enough for intercourse?
Certainly sperm counts are falling. So there is a reason to be concerned.
Erectile dysfunction, social anxiety, low confidence, fear of talking to women, obesity, low sperm counts, difficulty building muscle, depression, and lack of motivation. They're all problems modern men are facing more than any generation ever before.
In a meta-analysis of 40,000 men, a fertility scientist revealed sperm count dropped a whopping 59% between 1973 and 2011. And at the current rate, half of men in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and yes, North America will have no sperm by 2045.
Testosterone, the hormone that defines strength, vitality, and libido. It fuels energy, muscle growth, and overall well-being.
It sculpts the male body, increasing muscle mass and bone strength, and molds the male mind, fueling libido, risk-taking, and the pursuit of status.
But here's the chilling truth. Testosterone levels are plummeting, and it's not just happening to men. Women's testosterone levels are also declining.
Low libido is significantly higher in postmenopausal women. And by 2030, it's estimated that 1.2 billion women in the world will be postmenopausal, and 47 million will become menopausal each year after that. Menopause is a really significant time because hormones dramatically change, and one of those hormones is testosterone.
And it's impacting their muscle mass, mood, and sexual health. What's causing this widespread decline? And why is no one talking about it?
I kept feeling worse and worse. I had no energy at all, and no sex drive either. But I could feel something just wasn't right. It didn't happen overnight. And then I was diagnosed with depression, and I realized that something was seriously wrong with me. And then I figured out that this might have something to do with a testosterone deficiency.
Let's dive into the shocking truth about testosterone levels for both men and women.
Low testosterone levels are linked to problems like fatigue, muscle and bone loss, and decreased libido. There was a 29% increased risk of heart attack, stroke, or death.
And why this decline is putting your health at serious risk.
They are all associated with lower testosterone level.
Testosterone isn't just a male hormone. It's crucial for both men and women.
It's said testosterone is the hormone that makes men, well, men.
Over the years, men's testosterone levels have been dropping steadily by 1% every year since the 1980s.
There's lots of kids on there in like the bodybuilding communities who are in their late teens, early 20s that are, a lot of them even, some not, but some getting their blood work done beforehand and having abysmal testosterone levels. They're talking about how their testosterones are in like the 1 to 200s nanograms per deciliter, which is on the very, very bottom of the scale. And these guys getting on testosterone because it's like, what's the trade-off? Like, do I start testosterone therapy and feel great, feel like a normal person and be able to go to the gym and be healthy and sacrifice sacrifice not being able to have kids? Like, it's a very heated sort of topic because there's an obvious trade-off to doing that, but there's a huge advantage to doing it too because you feel so good when people feel so good when they do it.
But here's the surprise. Women's testosterone levels are also falling. As women hit menopause, they experience a dramatic drop in testosterone, which is linked to a host of issues, including fatigue, muscle loss, and decreased libido. In fact, low testosterone in both men and women is now linked to chronic health issues like obesity, insulin resistance, and heart disease.
Samples collected in 2011, the sperm concentration in Western countries was 47 million per milliliter, down from 99 million per milliliter 39 years earlier. So that's a decline of more than 1% per year. It would predict between 2011 and now that we would be now below 40 million per milliliter. Below 40, it becomes increasingly difficult for couples to become pregnant.
Testosterone levels in men have been steadily decreasing since the 1980s, with studies showing a 20% decline in average levels. For women, testosterone begins to naturally decline after the age of 30, with a more dramatic drop during menopause. But here's the kicker. Lower testosterone is linked to muscle weakness, fat gain, mood swings, fatigue, and even depression in both men and women. What if low testosterone isn't just about getting older? What if it's a silent epidemic that's been triggered by our environment, diet, and lifestyle habits? What if this massive decline is more preventable than we've been told? Let's look at the real causes of this massive decline in testosterone. The truth is, it's not just aging that's responsible. Modern life, exposure to chemicals, poor diets, environmental toxins, and chronic stress is sabotaging our hormonal health. In both men and women, endocrine-disrupting chemicals like BPA, found in plastics, phthalates in cosmetics, and pesticides in our food are wreaking havoc on testosterone production.
Endocrine-disrupting chemicals are all over the place.
These chemicals to which we're exposed, there's literally many hundreds that are present in our everyday products, which leads to widespread, ubiquitous, general population exposure. So some of these endocrine-disrupting chemicals are found in our cosmetics, our personal care products. They're used in food packaging and processing materials, building products. They're also used in medications as well as medical devices. They can cause a variety of health effects, reproductive effects, the immune system, metabolism.
BPA, phthalates, and other endocrine-disrupting chemicals are found in everyday products like plastics, personal care products, and household cleaners. These chemicals mimic estrogen in the body and interfere with testosterone production, leading to lower levels of the hormone. For women, low testosterone can lead to fatigue, decreased libido, and mood swings, while for men, it causes muscle loss, increased fat around the belly, and lower energy levels. So the next time you grab your plastic water bottle or spritz your perfume, remember, the chemicals in these everyday products could be the silent killers of your testosterone. What if your environment is secretly making you weaker, tired, and less energetic? Now let's talk about the modern diet. The rise of processed foods, refined sugars, and vegetable oils has contributed to insulin resistance, obesity, and hormonal imbalances. These dietary habits not only affect women's testosterone, but also lower men's testosterone levels, making it harder for them to maintain muscle, energy, and even libido. Refined carbs, sugars, and vegetable oils cause insulin resistance, which interferes with testosterone production. When your body becomes resistant to insulin, it leads to higher insulin levels, which have been shown to lower testosterone. Moreover, diets high in sugars and processed fats lead to weight gain and inflammation, which also suppress testosterone levels. So what if the food you think is fueling you is actually sabotaging your testosterone? The food you eat could be the reason you feel sluggish, stressed, and disconnected from your own body. Time to rethink what you put on your plate. Now for the good news. Boosting your testosterone isn't a mystery. It's all about lifestyle changes. Strength training, eating whole, nutrient-dense foods, and getting enough sleep can do wonders for your hormone levels. In fact, simple changes like these can help you naturally increase your testosterone without the need for synthetic supplements or medications. Strength training has been shown to boost testosterone levels by up to 30% after just one workout. Additionally, eating healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, and grass-fed meats can provide the essential nutrients your body needs to produce testosterone. And don't forget about sleep. Lack of sleep has been linked to lower testosterone levels, so aiming for 7 to 8 hours a night is crucial. Imagine getting stronger, healthier, and more energetic, all by simply making small changes to how you live. Forget about relying on medications or treatments. Your body can heal itself if you give it the right tools. Testosterone isn't just a male hormone. It's crucial for both men and women, driving energy, muscle, libido, and mental clarity. The decline in testosterone is not some inevitable aging process. It's the result of modern lifestyle habits, environmental toxins, and misguided diets. But the good news? You have the power to boost your testosterone naturally. It's time to reclaim your energy and strength. No pills, no magic cures, just real lifestyle changes. Share this video with someone who needs to know the truth about their testosterone levels. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay on top of the most life-changing health facts. Let's stop falling for the low energy, low testosterone myth and take charge of our health.